Welcome to the second episode of Talk About It with OG Click Clack, your host. Today, I think I got something that's really going to rattle your brain pan, people. I arisen today from a lucid dream, and I believe I just cracked the code to reincarnation. Y'all ready for this one?
Yes,
Before I go on, as all content creators say on this platform, hit that like button if you haven't already, subscribe. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you'll be privy to know when I'm dropping my videos. Okay, so let's get into this whole thing. Let me give you the breakdown of what led me up to this conclusion. Initially, I was watching YouTube myself, finally relaxing after I finished doing a little bit of my work. I'm also an artist, but that's a whole nother thing. As I'm sitting down watching this video, I see that they're discussing the space-time continuum, past, present, future. Time can be bent. Elements can exist or move simultaneously through space-time without being affected by the distance or the space. I also saw something about multiverses and things of that nature, right? So I'm thinking about all this stuff, multiverses, space-time, it could bend, it can flip, it can fold, it can wormhole, it can do all types of shit, right? So if all of this is so, then reincarnation has to be highly possible. And the reason why I say that is, that would explain what the human experience is, how we can choose which humans we have the experience with, I guess. There's so many different diversifications that you can experience because of this multi-dimensional wide range of possibilities. It's just precedence for you to think like, oh, okay, how could it be? So it has to be some sort of circle, right? First and foremost, it has to be some sort of circle, right? Spiral in a sense, but circular in motion. It has to never end, so it'll never have a beginning or ending, right? So how do we interject into these lives? As I begin to ponder on this one, right, I was like, let's say if life is circular in its essence, we experience a chain of events that was already set to happen, going to happen based off cause and effect and all that, right? Technically, life is like that circular disc teachers use in a classroom to put projections on the wall. You know that circular disc that they insert little slides and pictures? I gotta light my cigar for this one. If we look at it as source energy, which is what we call God, the creator, all these things, right? Source energy is technically like the power and outlet. The projector itself is the world. The experiences that don't happen until the power is sent through. And the light shines through the soul. We're all energetic beings. We're truly in our essence. We're all energy. And matter is only vibrational frequencies recognized in the 3D world. So with that said, the soul is experiencing a direct moment that is already set, as if the light from the power being put into the world or the projector shines a light through a particular set of frames that are already placed. So no matter where the arrangement of that disc is, once you turn it on, wherever the light shines through, that first moment is already there. And that's exactly how, we choose our life experiences. So past, present, and future doesn't truly exist. We just come in at these moments, and if the soul is eternal, who knows how many different loops we've been in without being aware of it, And with that said, I remember when I was younger, I started hearing about like reincarnation and stuff like that. First time that was introduced to me was with my great grandmother, Matilda Singleton. She said, boy, you got an old soul and you've been here before. I was a little confused. I was taken aback. I was like, been here before. I just got here. I'm not even 5 yet, That was the introduction to the concept of reincarnation to me at that moment. So as time went on, other things started happening in life, like deja vu, different types of phenomenon that like deja vu that made me question this whole existence, this reality, and how it actually works. As I began to do a little research and look into it, I started reading about people having near-death experiences and all this stuff, right? So with all this information, I had my aha moment last night as one of my dreams became lucid and I was aware that I was dreaming. In my awareness, I started to realize every aspect of life, I'm still alive. Whether I'm sleeping, whether forced me to has expired, that soul is eternal. And because I was in a dream state and I achieved lucidity, I had recognized that there was a particular threat in my dream, that being that I was lucid, I knew I was dreaming it couldn't do me no harm. So I just banished it. And that's the point right there in the midst of the lucid dream where slight understanding of reincarnation kicked in. See, in the dream state, if one is unaware that they're dreaming, it appears to be real, even if the series of events don't even make sense. Because sometimes while we're dreaming, we'll do some things that make absolutely no sense. Like one time I had a dream where I made a phone call by grabbing a lady's hand. I put a hand to my ear and I stuck my finger in the mouth and dialed the mouth and started talking through her hand. Very weird, but in the dream it made sense until I woke up and looked back and like, what the hell was that? But anyway, when one is in the dream state and they're not aware that they're dreaming, at that particular moment, if the turn of events goes sour, bad, it's scary, or whatever, we all have a natural eject button, should I say, where the dream gets a little crazy, we wake right up, we pop right up out of our sleep, right? So, I also have a deep belief, I'm not saying this is a fact, I don't know, but I have a deep belief that that dream world, that place that we go when we dream, I think that's the next stage that we stop at when we die. Because I guess there's a process, because if life is eternal, there has to be way more stages. It ain't just cut dry, here and then heaven, here and then hell. I mean, it has to be way more stages than this if life is infinite. That's too short of a road for me for infinity. But that's just my opinion. What I'm saying is, in that state of consciousness, if one has already become deceased and they're unaware that they're deceased, they're going to be in that dream state of consciousness in their afterlife for that brief moment. Now, in that state of consciousness, if they never learn to control their mind or be able to become lucid while dreaming, then if they can't become lucid and they're unaware that they're dreaming and it gets scary, because their mind creates things at a hyper speed in the astral realm, because of the speed of how quickly will or thought becomes thought form in the ether realm. The law of attraction works immediately out there. It's as soon as you think of something, it manifests. Because of that state, if it becomes scary or too much to handle, we naturally utilize our eject button, right? Which is to pop up out our sleep and wake up, get away from whatever it was and be like, wow, that dream was crazy. However, if your physical body has been deceased and there's no body for you to return to, when things get crazy in that moment out there and you can't control your thoughts to banish it, will it away, or stop it from happening, then your fear sends you back to a low vibrational state, which makes you go to a 3D world. You have to go back to the nearest baby. You hit the eject button and your previous body is deceased. You couldn't handle it out there, so that's why you come back. Let that rattle around in your brain pan. That's my theory on it. I want to know what y'all think about that. What do y'all think about my theory? Do you think that it makes sense? Or is it possible? I really like to know. I mean, I've created this channel and shit because I really, really enjoy deep conversation, intellectual discussions, and things of that nature. So if you got something you want to discuss, if you have any interesting topics of discussion, I'm always here to talk about it. Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate y'all coming through to see my show. I want to thank everybody that made comments and interacted in my last video. I really appreciate that. Also, another note, I saw somebody wanted me to do a video on free will, so you can look forward to that coming up soon. I'm going to be doing quite a lot of videos. As long as y'all keep indulging with me and interacting, man, I'm going to be here. This is your host, OG Click Clack. We can talk about it. It's love, all love. Word.